Hello and welcome. My name is Daniela and I am a behavioral health specialist within CHAS's Behavioral Health Department. And I will be welcoming you to our Cheers to Wellness classes. And today our Cheers to Wellness class is going to be talking about depression management. The purpose of these classes is to help you and your family and the community help improve healthy eating choices, habits, things like that change your lifestyle for the better. And so these classes are posted on CHAS Facebook and YouTube the first Tuesday of each month in Spanish, the third Tuesday of each month in English, and they'll be posted at 11:30 a.m. So thank you for joining. So what are we going to be talking about today? We are going to be talking about the definition of depression and coping skills to help with depression management. So everyone feels sad, down once in a while. You know, we may watch a sad movie, we may be nervous about a big event, or be stressed because we've had a really hard day. These are really common experiences that each and every one of us can experience. And so whenever we have these things, if they last longer than a few hours and turn into days, weeks, or months, then we start getting concerned that this might actually be depression or major depressive disorder. So a person is typically diagnosed by a healthcare professional, whether that's your primary healthcare provider, a therapist, a psychiatrist, a psychologist, with depression if they have symptoms that last for 2 weeks or more and include any of the following: low mood, lack of enjoyment or pleasure, poor self-esteem, feelings of worthlessness and or guilt, changes in sleep, and changes in appetite, as well as social isolation. So having many of these symptoms can impact us. Depression can affect different parts of us. It can affect our behaviors, it can affect our body, it can affect our thoughts, and it can affect our feelings. So typically when we think of depression, we just think of it as a mental issue, but really it's part of our whole well-being. So while you may be seeking care or treatment for yourself or someone you care about, you can engage in self-care and coping strategies to help with depression symptoms. Some of these include sleeping well, getting active, eating well, avoiding drugs and alcohol, and reducing and managing stress. So how can you do these things? So here we have a table of examples on how you can engage in these different activities. So for example, for sleeping well, you can stick to a schedule by trying to go to sleep and waking up at around the same time each day, trying to establish a routine. You can get active by building up exercise 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week. And of course, we recommend you consult your primary care provider before engaging in exercise. You can also start eating well, and what that means is maybe when you feel well, you can prepare meals ahead of time and freeze them. You can also keep a food diary to kind of track what kind of foods you're eating. Sometimes people turn to drugs and alcohol to manage their symptoms of depression, but that can actually make things worse. So if you're looking to change any of those habits, maybe start looking at them with, again, a journal or diary. And finally, all of us experience stress. So there's different ways that we can reduce and manage it. Some ways are to track what triggers my stress response, or what makes me anxious, or what makes me worried, or what makes me sad. So identifying those things first, and then figuring out how can I change them, or how can I prepare myself for certain events. You can also talk to friends or family members when you're feeling stressed. And you can also make a list of activities that you enjoy, like taking a shower, going for a walk, things like that, that would help you when you're dealing with stressful events or situations. Finally, I'd like to leave you with a coping strategy that's a breathing exercise. Breathing can help regulate our body, especially in times of stress. And one of these exercises is called square breathing. So square breathing, you're pretending you're forming a square with your breath. So with an inhale, you're forming a line. You pause, you're forming another line. You exhale, you form another line, and pause, you're forming the fourth line. So inhale, pause, exhale, pause, and so forth. And you keep doing that until you start feeling a little bit calmer. And then rainbow breathing, and it's another type of breathing exercise you can do with your kids. And what you do there is you name each color of the rainbow. And as you go up the rainbow, that's when you breathe in. And as you go down the rainbow, you breathe out. So you would say red arch, breathing in, red arch going down, orange arch breathing in, red arch breathing, orange arch breathing out, and so forth. And so you would do that for each of the different colors within the rainbow. So that is my presentation for today. Thank you so much for being part of this Cheers to Wellness. If you have any questions about the information you heard, you can put it on our general inbox. To learn more about the work that we do and our services, you can visit chastcenter.org. You can also visit our Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and other social media outlets to follow us. Thank you. Bye.